Now it's time for Lefties Losing It. Let's start, Lefties, with my favourite moment over the weekend where President Donald Trump called out the far-left Maine Governor, Janet Mills, who's refusing to abide by federal laws and protect women's sport from male bodies. Grab the popcorn and enjoy this exchange.
Is Maine here, the governor of Maine? Well, are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal laws.
We are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
See you in court.
Every state, good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one. And enjoy your life after governor, because I don't think you'll be in elected politics.
Oh, doesn't she look mad there? Imagine being so committed to allowing men to invade women's sport that you go to court over it, that you defy federal laws. What sort of extreme left simpleton would do something like that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's something the Maine governor prepared earlier.
You can run, but you know it's ending. At the bottom of the grave, you're digging now.
I have no words for that. Let's check in with the former Veep, the woman who was one geriatric heartbeat away from the presidency before she squandered billions to run the worst campaign possible and lose all 7 swing states. Apparently, being a uniquely awful candidate entitles Kamala to some sort of a participation award. I assume this is what this is. I'll have more on that later with Josh Hammer, but I know what you'll want to hear. You want one of those inspirational Kamala speeches. The woman's oratory skills are unmatched.
And while we have no illusions about what we are up against in this chapter in our American story, this chapter will be written not simply by whoever occupies the Oval Office, nor by the wealthiest among us.
Ooh, she dropped the various accents there and actually stuck to the script. That was a very un-Kamala-like performance, I've got to say. Let's go to a more typical Kamala speech. This is from last week. I know you miss her vacuous word salads. I miss them.
Because then what do we have left? And the way that I see it also is that when we think about like these moments where we see things that are being taken, but also let's see it as nature abhors a vacuum. So where there's a vacancy, then let's fill it.
Yes, let's do that, Kamala. Let's do that right after happy hour is finished. Now, I have some depressing news for Lefties Losing It fans around the world, and this segment every single night gets millions of views online, and regular fans would know that MSNBC anchor Joy Reid has been a rich source of material for me, but alas, today she was sacked. Where will I find content like this?
In America, there's a thing about both white vigilantism and white tears, particularly male white tears. Really white tears in general, because that's what Karens are, right? They Karen out, and then as soon as they get caught, it's like, bring waterworks. White men can get away with that too. And it has the same effect. Even as the right tries to politicize the idea that masculinity is being robbed from American men by multiculturalism and wokeism, they still want to be able to have their tears.
I really do hope she's now got more time to post on social media because I need that sort of content. This show doesn't put itself together. I need the lefties to lose it. And not only is Joy Reid a nasty extreme left race baiter, but she's also stupendously stupid. Just listen to this analysis, if you can call it that, of Kamala Harris's election campaign.
I mean, this really was an historic, flawlessly run campaign. She had Queen Latifah never endorses anyone. She came out and endorsed. You know, I mean, she had every prominent celebrity voice. She had the Taylor Swift, she had the Swifties, she had the Beehive. Like, you could not have run a better campaign in that short period of time. And I think that's still true.
Even the other MSNBC nincompoops looked embarrassed there, but I've got to say, I'm genuinely shattered that she's been fired. I've just got my fingers crossed that The View give her a role.